Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradeSolutions.com on a Friday, day after Thanksgiving. This is the 29th November. Yeah, we had a rally. I guess the seasonals kicked in after Thanksgiving. We've been talking about that. So let's get right into the charts. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. I have a class coming up probably in a week and a half or so. So keep you posted on that. Give me a thumbs up. And let's get right into the chart. So we basically are at all-time highs. Not a surprise, been talking about this. So we have all-time highs on the S&P, which basically means that there's no shorts. It's been a grinding kind of up move here. Hasn't been a straight up move, as you can see from after the pullback we had post-election. So this is all-time highs. Nothing new there. NASDAQ still struggling to get above resistance here, 2125. Looks like we may have some resistance, and eventually I think it may go higher as well. Been talking about the Russell that is building a nice base for another potential breakout, maybe in the new year. Who knows? Maybe in December. That's an all-time high above at that line. So we kind of had a little false break. Any pullbacks in Russell, I think probably are a buying opportunity. That may be the outlier here, even if tech struggles still. Dow, of course, all-time highs. Bitcoin, interesting. We just surpassed the prior high and pulled back again. So the question becomes now, are we going to have a follow through to the downside, which doesn't seem likely. Again, just this kind of meandering kind of move is not conducive. And, people would point to this as a possible double top. Who knows? It could be, this weekend's going to be interesting to see if they gap it down or whatever. And it kind of happened, in, the midst of this kind of shorter trading week, lower volume. Yeah, what I can see happening now is we probably go above that now that we've had that 100K pull back, and then but still got to watch for those big reversals. And now it's again, and anybody's guess how high that is going to go. Everything else really, rates kind of creeping lower. Got a break below 417. The dollar similarly looks like that's maybe peaking. Probably got to get above 104. Want to get below 105, I think, in the dollar index before this is actually another top. I think I mentioned possibly topping formation here as well, but too early to say yet, which could lead to a rally in the euro and possibly even the yen. Again, next week is going to be with non-farm payrolls and jolts and all that. That's going to be an interesting week next week. And I do believe that we're going to have some volatility in December. We've had some pretty volatile Decembers in the past. Again, everybody's kind of complacent and kind of, the Santa Claus rally and all this kind of stuff. I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but you never know. With all-time highs, it's, I can see a pullback coming, but no shorts for now. And all the metals, just again, gold's kind of in no man's land. It did attempt a rally and then they pulled it back hard. So it's relative, just no man's land based on that high and that low. Oil dead in the water, nothing happening. Just, until something other than the Middle East situation heats up, whatever. This is just the market's been kind of dead. Nat gas is also kind of big range market in nat gas. Back and forth. Looks like 320 now is the low here. Probably until we break solidly above 370, I think we're probably going to be churning here back and forth. Again, pretty good moves. That's the way I would treat this until otherwise. And then, today we had a big bounce in the NASDAQ, but still all these stocks that were hit last Thursday, what is it, Wednesday when we had the market open. Today was a shortened day, obviously. They all came back. All the semiconductors, you got Nvidia up. Um, Vago was up. Even Dell, which got hit pretty hard after earnings, it's recovering quite somewhat. Tesla also. So, all across the board, a lot of, again, thin trading. Probably algos ran the show today. The seasonals, which I've been talking about for pre-Thanksgiving, actually probably kicked in today, but we'll see if that continues next week with jobs numbers and all kind of stuff going on, starting the last uh, month of the year. And one thing to keep in mind that most of the gains, by the way, other than the S&P, the Nasdaq has really done nothing since July. And even if you take a look at the S&P, it's gone up another, maybe a few percentage points above the July high. So most of the gains really have occurred in the early part of the year, right, for the Nasdaq. And if you take a look at where the biggest gains have been in the S&P because of the broadening of the rally and so forth. So it'll be interesting if that can continue, with two back-to-back 20% years. But in any event, we'll see how that goes. Again, all-time highs, nothing to do on the short side. Pullbacks are to be bought, and how big the next pullback will be is obviously anybody's guess. So, okay. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next Tuesday. Take care.